The mummies of Philippi are two cadavers that were bought by Graham Hamrick, and he had an interesting hobby, and he used biblical research that he researched the Bible, tried to find out the ways that the Egyptians mummified the bodies. And he succeeded. After many, many, many attempts, he mummified mice and different body parts that he would just have, you know, a head, a hand, things like that. And then finally he moved up to an entire corpse, and he went to the asylum and he bought the two female women, their dead bodies, and the body of a baby that I believe might have been one of the women's child that had also passed away. And he mummified all three of them successfully. And they were on display with P.T. Barnum in his circus for years. They came back to Philippi after that world tour and were kept under a bed of someone who lived in Philippi. One of the local residents kept them under his bed for a while. Then they went into the train depot, which turned into the Philippi Museum. It's still there. It's an awesome museum. They were there. Unfortunately, in 1985, we had the huge flood. I remember it well. And the mummies were damaged along with the most of the town. I think it got like 30, 35 feet of water in Philippi at the time. It was pretty bad flood. The mummies were damaged, but they weren't destroyed. However, the baby was too fragile and small to be saved, so they actually buried it, I believe, in a local cemetery. The two other mummies were able to be saved. They treated them with some chemical to keep the fungus and mold off of them because it was growing on them after they gotten so waterlogged and soggy. And they put them back on display, and you can go see them for, I think, $1 admission fee to go in to the museum. And there's a lot of other things in there too, lots of Civil War relics and local town history of Philippi in the county of Barbour. Definitely go there and check that out. But the mummies are still on display. They're there. I mean, they don't get up and walk around for all I know, but I mean, offer them a pepperoni roll, you never know what they'll do. The Smithsonian said they would take the mummies and keep them if Graham Hamrick gave them his formula for the embalming that he did. But he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't give them the formula, so they wouldn't take the mummies. So yeah, there was that part of it. I kind of get that, but you know, after a while, wouldn't you have wanted to leave that in your will, you know, and be like, yeah, my stuff's in the Smithsonian, you know. So I don't know. I don't know what his logic was to that, but I can't fault him in his own reasoning. You know, everyone has reasons they do things.